What is up, everybody? Tanner here with another video. Hope you're all having a great day. Today I'm here with Hayden Bowles, and everybody's been asking for a networking video. They want to know, how did you and Hayden connect? How do I connect with other entrepreneurs in my space, or just entrepreneurs in general? So we're going to be going over that a little bit and talking about the specifics of maybe a little bit about how we met and how we've been able to connect with a lot of big influencers and entrepreneurs overall. One thing I see a lot nowadays is with Instagram and social media booming, people will throw a little entrepreneur/investor in their Instagram bio.
Dude, everybody owns an agency, bro.
Yeah, everybody wants to own an agency. There's just a lot of fake entrepreneurs out there. I'll just say it like that. Like, they'll claim to be an entrepreneur, but you see them working at Chick-fil-A or, whatever it is.
They want to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily...
That's cool. That's respect, but...
Yeah, what would you claim is an entrepreneur? First off, let's just get this out of the way.
Someone who's completely self-reliant on themselves and provides value through a series of systems. So that's what I would call it. That could be anything. Like,
of course.
You could be selling freaking protein bars outside the gym.
Yeah, it does not have to be
with a little like you see the Girl Scout stands on like a table. You could be doing that with protein bars outside a gym. That's entrepreneurial.
It could be mowing lawns every day.
I mowed lawns for
making $100 a day. Yeah, you can make a lot of money with that. People ask me, how can I make a quick $100? Go mow some lawns.
Dude, easy.
So easy.
It'd take you 4 or 5 hours. You get a good workout. Yep. You're getting paid to work out. You could listen to like 2 audiobooks in that time. Like, come on.
A lot of people just don't know how to utilize their time. But anyways, back to...
They just don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. What we're trying to talk about here is, networking with entrepreneurs. A lot of people try and connect with the wrong people. What I mean by that is, like we said about like entrepreneurs, there's a lot of people that claim to be what they aren't actually. So, meeting people, me and Hayden connected through social media, and then we met in person in Miami.
It was super cool that we both swiped right, and then it was, you walked into that one.
But anyways,
never swiped left.
We connected in Miami a year ago. We see each other once a year. I've seen him one time last year, and this is the first time this year.
Crazy.
But like, we've kept that connection, that relationship, through the internet. We Skype, we FaceTime, whatever, talk about business we're doing, how we can help each other make more money, etc. There's a lot that goes into, maintaining our brands and building the money-making machines. But how did we get to that point? How did we actually meet? How did we network? I don't remember the specifics, but I know...
Who hit up who? That's the question. We'd have to scroll back. Oh, no, your page was deleted. The original one is gone.
It was something where we both owned, a big
yeah, we were both Instagram influencers.
Yeah.
You probably explained it on your story.
Yeah, I've talked about it.
That's how we met. We had the same network of people like, Farouk, Jason Stone, all these people.
Yeah, so...
And, we were growing Instagram pages, selling shout-out space, got, into e-com through that because the people who were buying shout-out space on our page were doing what we started doing. And we started realizing it through that. They were buying space on big influencer pages to sell products. So we were the ones selling them the space. So we owned the space.
And a lot of these things that, if you don't know about influencers on Instagram, like the theme pages at least, like most of them, we would have like specific group chats where we would engage on each other's posts, Telegram chats for likes and comments, that kind of thing. Yeah. It's basically just a friend group. But the thing with theme pages, like, it's not really a personal connection or relationship. And eventually, we'd probably talk before in DMs, but we had no idea, what each other looked like or who our names, anything like that. It was just a theme page, exactly.
Not a personal account.
And I don't remember exactly, but I think I started to make a personal account. I started like promote on a page, and I was put into like this group of like 10 entrepreneurs, a DM group on Instagram. And I know those like, all different people that I had no idea who they were, but I all looked at their pages like, wow, these people are actually doing good. I just have an Instagram page with a couple million.
Dude, I saw you with the Ferrari, and I was like, yo, who's this kid? Like 16
Thanks, Raymond.
Raymond. Now we know.
But anyways, what happened was like that group, we would like hop on calls or whatever, just trying to get to know each other. And, I felt like I was like pretty low in that group. I had no idea what I was doing really in the whole business, since I knew how to grow an Instagram page, but that was about it. I'm sure through a series of events, eventually, me and Hayden started talking in DMs about business, what we're doing, etc. He's going to Miami when he was like 12. He like dropped out of school when he was 11. Like, he was
spent a
doing
lot
stuff.
of time in Miami at like 15, 16, like a lot, like half my time.
Yeah.
So that was crazy.
And then, over time went on, looking back at it now, like, Hayden's the only one I remember from that group. Like, everybody else just like fell off, or they were just entrepreneurs, they claimed to be entrepreneurs, but really they were just hiding it. At first you can't really tell the difference between entrepreneurs or real entrepreneurs. They can talk smart, they can talk about
you kind of can though on
businesses.
Instagram nowadays.
There's
been a few people where I'm like, oh, okay, who's this guy? And then one of my buddies like, yo, like, he actually like kills it.
But if you're brand new to it, it's hard to see and figure out the distance between
And nowadays
who's
it's
real,
like
who's fake.
it used to be simple, like, oh wait, this person and this person follows him, he's legit. Now everybody follows everybody. Like they don't even care. It's like automated softwares that follow them, so it's a little more difficult. But you can usually tell by the content, like. A very simple way too. It's kind of funny too. Oftentimes I'll see that people are with cars, but I can tell if they're rented on the page by how where it is, the structure, longevity. So when I can tell someone owns a car, that's immediate credibility right there. I'm not saying you have to get a car for credibility, but
it's just something for the social proof to figure out.
Yeah.
Or let's say you're a dropshipper, you post results like your screenshots or whatever on your Instagram page every once in a while.
That is a result.
Exactly, but. Actually, a lot of people like take other people's screenshots now and post them on their own page.
God.
That's actually really bad.
I've seen, excuse me. There's been multiple people who DM me saying other pages, other YouTube channels, and people on I think it was freaking Pinterest or something, were posting my screenshots like that I took off my phone and I looked to make sure. Like it says the same battery percent, like Verizon, like the same things on. Like I got the alarm set. And then they put their name over it, like at like
they try to watermark someone else's.
I was like, what the hell? Like I don't care. I'm not gonna waste my time or energy. Like
it's just like the people that are doing that. It's just like, what is their end goal? I have no idea what they're trying to do.
We've been making money with ecom since like 2 years ago or over that, way before we started YouTube. Now there's people who don't make money with it, and all they try to do is sell a program or their mentorship, which, first of all, if you're going to pay someone $200 an hour, they're not even worth your $200 an hour. Nobody who's worth that is going to be charging that.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, I make more than that. Like, if you want to do that, like, add a digit. Then maybe I'll consider it.
I never do consulting.
It's very, dude, I do like one call a month. Max.
It's just time and questions that get asked are just not relevant to anything.
Yeah. Usually it's noobs who have a budget.
Exactly.
Simple as that. It's boring.
But as far as networking goes, we got a little off track. But I want to actually talk about networking because I know a lot of you want to connect with people. Most of you, I know, you can connect with entrepreneurs on your level, but you want to connect with the big boys. You want to try and connect with, let's say, like relevant from like me trying to hang out with like Tai Lopez or something.
Which I've done. Here's the thing. Let me give them the best flow sequence here. The people we know now, the people we hang out with now, a lot of them, like our closer circle that you obviously know on like DMs and stuff, have known each other for like a year or two. So we grew up and now we elevated all of ourselves levels, so we're a little bit bigger players, if you will, like more credibility, whatever, social proof. Some people aren't even online, but more money, more everything. So we elevated our circle. You can't just immediately go to a thing. You have to have your initial friends too, and then as you guys move up, they'll be meeting some people, you'll be meeting some people up above, and they'll introduce you. It's immediate credibility if someone they trust introduces you. Like people I meet now who are like even billionaires, but people who make $500K a day in ecom or like run like 9-figure a year profit companies. The way I get introduced to that, and I'm immediately their friend, like we're cool, we can talk, travel, hang out, whatever, like this and that, is because one of their close friend introduces me.
Yeah.
Like they're bringing you up.
So what I can see that sort of happened with me, and I know some other people like Hayden, is that I wouldn't say we necessarily built a team, but it was a group of people, we went through a lot of trial, I wouldn't say trial and error, it's not like we were trying to do this, but we had these DM groups with different entrepreneurs all together, but, we filter it out,
all the people who are relevant and they just stop, or they're not doing shit, we're like,
we build a new group.
It's not like you're like, oh, get out of our group. It's like you just like stop answering in the group, like, people stop talking.
They stop posting, or you never hear from them, you don't know what they're doing, or they lie, whatever it is for specific reasons, we would just like, bring in someone else, all right, this is, someone else that does similar things. And then like over time, I felt like just like over a year, we had a group of like a solid 5 to 10 people that we knew closely. We knew who made how much exactly, whatever. And, we trusted each other. And over that time, time went on, we helped each other. We're all, not all of us, but we're in different areas of business. And then over time, we all sort of grew together.
It's cool. It is very diverse. There's not like a lot of the people, like at least in one of the ones.
Yeah. And then, over time, you start to make more money. You meet up with each other, you hang out, you have a good time, you go travel, you do whatever you want. And then, as time goes on, you just continue to level up within that group, or, maybe someone falls off, whatever it is. Like, I wouldn't call it a team. It's just like a group of friends, connections.
Just like if, you're in town and you have time or whatever, like you hang out, just hit them up, whatever,
Exactly.
If you need a question answered, if you need them to do something, it's,
it's like, it's a credible person that you trust, with your knowledge.
It's not like they're necessarily like, flying over to my house and staying with my family while I'm back home or whatever, but It's a connection, you know? It's
Yeah,
a homie.
exactly.
A lot of different stuff. There really is. Like when it comes to the networking, like there's literally so much.
and it's
but
not just online either.
you can't just, you need to have your own stuff going. Like even if like your friend is doing something, introduces you to someone else, if you have no credibility, you're not doing anything yourself, they can tell that. They can tell the passion, like to a degree. You got to be doing your own stuff. So if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out how to network, you're like, how can I meet these people? You have to go do your own stuff first. It's, yeah, the people will help you do other things and scale, like do different things, you know. First of all, your whole goal out of a relationship should not just be a business objective. That's going to be a bad relationship. It's going to crumble, I guarantee it. But you need to be doing your own thing. You have to have your own thing going.
Yeah.
You know, like the people who ask to hang out with us, like everywhere I go, it gets kind of annoying. People,
It's just
every
random
time I
people.
post, like, yo, you're in Chicago, let's link up, welcome to my city. How's it your city? If you're like, I get you live there, but like, whatever. So people always saying that, and I'm not like upset about it. It's very interesting to see. Yo, let's link.
Like,
And I look at
let's
their
go get
page,
lunch.
Let's get lunch. You know, even if they say lunch on me, like I appreciate. That's such a blessing. That's such a compliment. I appreciate that. But if they're not doing anything, like first of all, most of the time I don't have time. But I'm not just gonna link with someone just for the purpose. Like now that you have like followers and stuff, there's a lot
It
of
just
people.
ends
They
up
want
sort
either
of
your
like
time or your money.
a leech situation where they just continue to ask you like the most
You got to
basic
do your
questions.
own thing.
It's like an
if you want- if
in-person
you wanted-
consulting.
If I was traveling somewhere, this has worked before for other people. Like when I was in Bali, they're like, "Yo, me and my business partner, like we're traveling the world right now too. We're making $250,000 a month with ecom. Let's link. We're in Koh Samui, which is where it was in Thailand." I'm like, okay. Like that's immediate credibility. I'm like, you guys are doing, you know what's up, you're traveling, you got the experience, you've probably gone through some hardships. Let's grab a bite to eat. You know, I got some time.
Yep.
Something like that.
Exactly. I mean,
Credibility.
what I started off with when I was 12, 13 years old was local business events in my city. You know, not every city has this, but they would have like local business events, and I would literally just go. I would wear a suit. I would look nice. I'll go in there and just introduce myself. And mostly it's all older people. There's no kids my age.
30, 40, 50.
All older
yeah.
people. And looking back at that. Like at the time, it was like awesome. Meet these people, see them. I had my own views of how much I think they made or what they did exactly. And looking back at it now, like I would never go to those events just because I know how many of those people were just like fake, just hanging around.
Yeah.
They offered free food there. Like I know, like
Free food. You
I
probably
know a
look
list of like
ridiculous. 13 in a suit. Look at this. I've never
I know
even
a list
worn
of
suit.
people that go there just to get the free food. Like I actually know them. Like after time, I was like, wow. Like I'll talk to them like, yeah, I just come here for the food. I'm like, get out of here.
Oh my
but,
God.
Like over the time, there's great people I've met, great connections. One of them ended up like being my first mentor. I would say I wasn't really doing much at the time. He just sort of showed me what he was doing in his businesses, which sort of motivated me. He had the cool cars, he had the warehouse, he had the big businesses. I aspired to do all those things, and now I've done most of them, but I'm trying to get bigger and better.
Yeah, it's always just the start. It's really interesting, Meeting the right people is definitely going to help you. I spend a lot of time alone by myself just working. I know you do too, because
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, again, you got to do your own thing. You got to make money, even if that's with business partners. You still have to build your stuff. So meeting the right people is important, but you can't solely rely on that.
Yep.
Simple as that. Meet people, meet the right people. It'll be a lot more fun. I got couches to stay on anywhere I go, and I don't because I
Exactly.
have
It's
money.
crazy.
But like, if you ever need anything, like it's very important to have the right people.
It's great to
fall
have
back on.
connections. Never try to do everything by yourself. From the start, do stuff by yourself. But like,
You gotta
you're
figure
never
it out.
gonna know everything. You just
In
have
the
to
start, dude,
talk to new people.
I didn't know anyone, bro. I was like, I didn't even have anyone to ask a question to on marketing, so I had to like buy a course to figure it out. And I was like, now I can ask someone who freaking works at Facebook.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
love
I
you.
have phone numbers, people that work at Facebook. You can call.
Yeah.
And then they ask you questions. Or you have an issue with your ad account, whatever it is.
Done.
But
Fix it like that.
connections, you have to level up over time, guys. This is not just a quick jump where you just, all right, look, I'm making $20 a month right now. You don't go from that to hanging out with the big dogs. Like
Even if you go from $20 a month to boom, now you're making $1 million a month. Even if like your business immediately works,
It's like
gonna
a
be
shock.
It's gonna be a
Shock.
skewed perspective. Like my stuff was so over time and so gradual. Like I worked so hard, I went through so many different shifts, and it was pissing me off, never making the right
you
amount of
just
money.
met so
Like,
many people,
dude. Like I went
cut off.
through to get to where I am so far, and I'm gonna keep doing it, like because it's worth it. But like yeah, we're young, but it's been a long time.
everything
Like,
takes time. So,
oh my god! I
you
can't
might
take it
think
back.
like if you're older, we're young. I'm 17. He's 18. We are young. We have
Sure, yeah.
a super long way to go. And I never claimed to know everything, but I just know like for the past 3-4 years, it's just been like a crazy time. Like not like any other normal high school or middle school, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
You can go ask my teachers
crazy.
from back in middle school. I've been trading stocks every single day in school since I was 12. 8 hours a day, 12. I don't give a shit about anything else. 13 and 14 years old, we went on spring break vacation to Hawaii with our family friends. There's like big house, like 2 families in there. Everybody be going out all day. They'd be going to these waterfalls, exploring these caves, boating, jet skiing, swimming with sharks, dolphins, everything. And I'm there waking up at 2 a.m. to be there for market open in Hawaii time. Staying up all day while they're gone. I'm studying charts, trying to learn stock options, like studying these catalysts, digging through SEC filings, trying to find red flags. Like,
yeah. Most likely, the first business you ever try or attempt to make money with is not going to be your favorite or the one that makes you the most money. Yeah. It's really just a series of trial and error. And as far as networking goes, I know we've gone sort of off topic, throughout this video, but I feel like a lot of the points
it still
we talked
relates.
about,
You got it, because like
exactly.
that goes back to the credibility, which is why it's
exactly.
all important. Like, there's a reason that our thought process took us down this path that we're at right now in this video.
In a warehouse in North Carolina.
Where even am I? Where even?
Exactly.
Where is this on the map? I don't know. 8 hours. He's like, yo, come on. Like, shit. All right. Uber to the airport at 4 a.m. after staying up all night, and here we are.
Well, that's what happens, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you go follow Hayden if you haven't already. It'll be in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
And we appreciate your attention.
Peace.